Welcome back to another episode of the On Deck Circle podcast. I am your host, Nick Z, aka the Italian Breakfast, aka that's all I really got, I guess. But Jason, how are you today, my man?
What is up, Nick? I'm still without a nickname. Still need a nickname to be found at a later date, I guess.
A nickname to be named later.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. Perfect.
There it is. That's your new nickname, just player to be named later.
Right.
All right, Jason. I've got a question for you. World Baseball Classic just ended. Cold open question of the week. How much time did you spend watching the World Baseball Classic? Ready, set, play. All right, Jason, what do we got? I need like a good answer here.
Yeah. I can't give you an exact amount, but I would say we'll say about 3 hours a game, right? I probably watched 15 hours of World Baseball Classic.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it makes it nice. Like, unlike you, I stay up past 9 p.m.
Yep. True.
And in the pool round, or like, the round robin rounds, the games that were they run at 9 o'clock, which is perfect because like usually at that time of night, there's just absolutely nothing on 9 o'clock at night other than sports. So why not throw on some World Baseball Classic? So I watched a few of the qualifier rounds. I watched U.S. versus Cuba. I watched Japan versus Mexico. And then I watched the championship game last night.
Okay. Jason?
0.
All
right.
I stopped in. I did not watch more than an hour total.
Okay.
I just couldn't do it. It didn't matter.
Doesn't intrigue you?
No, nothing at all. And like I know it's like the thing now, like the players don't care, all this. They do care. It's a thing. I get it. But why should I care? It's not a team like USA, great, whatever. But like you got Merrill Kelly pitching the goddamn clinching game. Like, give me Max Scherzer out there, and maybe I'll be into it.
Yeah.
And they made it to the championship. Cool. There was great moments. Yoshida was unbelievable. That makes me excited. Trying to buy him everywhere. But also, like, it's just I couldn't do it. And I'm a baseball guy. I'll watch as much baseball as I can, mostly because it's fantasy stuff. But like I couldn't have cared less. Like I threw it on in the mornings at work. Like me and the kids will watch like an inning or two because they love Ohtani. The Ohtani and Trout showdown to end it was very cool. I will give you that. But I just don't know why I was supposed to care. And just wasn't for me. I'd rather watch like any March Madness game than any game that was on last night.
That's a fair point. I mean, you're not alone. I know there's a lot of people that just don't care for the World Baseball Classic. To me, it's like I agree with you. The pitching from the U.S. side absolutely sucked. The six best pitchers in the World Baseball Classic, none of them from the U.S. 2 of them were from Mexico, and the rest were from Japan. So it's like, I get that sentiment. The people don't, or the pitchers from America don't want to go and risk injury. So I can kind of get where they're coming from.
Totally.
But I don't know. It's as outside of America, they take this stuff very
because they don't have a league to fully root for.
I mean, occasionally. I mean, Japan is the NPB, and they were like leading the ratings.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like
Jim's on my side.
I'm not. Yeah. The issue is we lost closer number 1. Closer 1 is out for the season because of this. And I get it's a big thing on the internet, Twitter, but it just we've got Marcus Stroman chiming in on things.
It's national pride.
All right. I mean, guys, that's fine. I'm not going to watch the World Cup either. Just because I hate soccer, it's still some national pride. Olympic hockey? No.
And you're again, like I said, you're not alone. I mean, I think I'm more in the side that people do care about it. A lot of people do care about it. I mean, there were talks of breaking records last night. It didn't happen, but if US would have thrown out a decent pitcher last night, I feel like we probably would have won that game.
Scherzer on that mound is what I need. I
think honestly,
Alonso needs to be playing.
Honestly, I think if they would have somehow lined it up for Lance Lynn to even start last night,
would have been better.
We would have won. Because our bullpen was actually really strong. It was basically just the starters that were super weak.
I understand.
But I thought overall it was great.
But it's my take. That is.
I had a feeling going in that Japan would somehow find a way to squeak it out, and they did. We saw them do it against Mexico with like not the casual, but like the fundamental baseball in the 8th inning, where like they bunted with 2 on, got the guys the runners in scoring position. Where we see U.S. last night, lead off walk, and then Mookie Betts rolls into a double play. So should have just bunted, right? U.S. plays for the analytics and plays for the home run, where Japan just looks for the run.
Yeah, I didn't know that Mark DeRosa was the coach either until like probably last night.
Well, how would you? You didn't watch it, so
I know, but like I thought it would like come up on Twitter somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, as a DeRosa fan, I like that. I do know that
is he a bench coach anywhere?
No, the only thing he has right now is that MLB Central cush job on the morning show. But
he'll definitely soon.
Yeah, there was talks of him being a manager, and I think this was a little bit of like a tryout for him to see if he actually did want to do it. Because I think it's up to him. Like, does he want to leave his cush job on TV, or does he want to go actually have the stress of running a ball club? I mean, I guess that's to be determined, because it'll definitely. I think next year there'll be some openings that he could definitely apply for.
For sure. Jason, do we have any business to handle before?
We always have business to handle, Nick. If you're not playing fantasy baseball on Fantrix, what are you doing, Nick? I mean, are we going to go to the 4-letter network and play our baseball over there? Heck no. Hell no. We're going to Fantrax. You're going to get the most customizable fantasy baseball experience, deepest player pool. I mean, what more do you need? Customization and deep player pool. I mean, you can't think of a rule that Fantrax can't implement. So we've had it come up a couple times in leagues where, rule comes about later on where, a change to the Constitution, hit up the support team, and they're more than happy to, adjust the rules for you. So definitely head over to Fantrax. You can sign up or transfer. You don't even have to sign up for new league. Just transfer your current league over there. You can go to fantrax.com/fantasy six-pack. You can see what you've been missing. Yeah. And you can also head on over to fantasysixpack.net, and you can sign up for the membership programs we're rolling out over there. You get access to award-winning advice, rankings, and more. It's all available at the website. If you go to fantasysixpack.net/plans, use promo code F6PMLB for 50% off all of our available options. We got a Discord. Joe and the team have put together some awesome cheat sheets for. It's a huge draft weekend this weekend coming up. Get those cheat sheets. I use them for TGFBI. I use them for RazSlam. I use them for my home league.
I didn't even know that.
What's that?
Do I have access to these cheat sheets?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah. I mean, it's awesome stuff. You should definitely head on over there, pick those up, and become a member.
All right. I'll have to check that out.
All right. Well, we are getting closer and closer to the season. We have about 1 week left of spring training. This is probably the worst part of the baseball season, right? Everyone's just ready to go, waiting in anticipation for the season to start. There's most of the guys are getting rested and getting ready, lining up the rotations and things like that. So a lot of the prospects have already been reassigned to minor league camps. So you can't even get glimpses at top prospects anymore. Let's get ready. We got like a week left. So
who hasn't been reassigned?
Who's that?
Anthony Volpe. I might have looked into something here.
Yeah, exactly. So this week we're going to get into a little bit some bold predictions for this year. There's nothing, no definitive outline here, right? We're just rolling any kind of hitter, pitcher, super bold, whatever you got, man. Let's get some predictions going on out there. As me being the nice one, I'll let you go first and give us our first bold prediction.
My first bold prediction is going to be something that has not happened since 2006, almost 20 years.
Spicy.
I'm going to tell you the player that did it, and you're going to try and guess the feat. Okay? Alfonso Soriano.
I already know it. It's 40-40.
40-40. And do you know who's going to do it?
Byron Buxton.
Ronald Acuna.
Oh, okay.
So I think that we see Ronald Acuna separate himself this year as being that 1-1 guy that we believed he could have been years ago. Well, the last 3 years, but the injuries have hurt him. He's going to be healthy this season. And with the bigger bases, the pitch clock is going to steal more bases. Give me 40-40, Ronald Acuna Jr., book it.
You know what's funny? Two things. I was going to use 40-40 as one of my predictions.
Who was it?
I was going to get really bold and be like a double part. I'll just throw it out there now because we've already started to tease it. Mine was going to be a two-parter bold prediction. The first one is Byron Buxton plays 150 games, which is like the boldest of bold prediction you can make right now.
And he goes 40-40.
And he goes 40-40. That was going to be my but I think I started thinking about it more, and I'm like, with the injuries, I don't see Buxton, even if he was playing 150 games, he's not going to steal that much. But on top of that, Acuna was only 3 stolen bases away in 2019 from hitting 40-40. So it's bold, but it ain't like hot ones 10 out of 10 wings bold. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mr. Brooks here says he's Bobby Witt's going to go 30-30, and I actually I'm going to believe on that for sure. I'm all in on that.
Let's bring him on the pod. He knows what he's talking about. That Brooks.
Yeah. Well, why don't we just go ahead and we'll segue that into my first bold prediction. And not only is Bobby Witt Jr. going to go 30-30, we're going to have multiple guys. I'd say at least 3 to 5 hitters go 30-30 this year. Well, one we already talked about, Acuna, right? If he's going 40-40, he's going 30-30.
Yep.
I got Randy Arozarena going 30-30.
I did see his catch. It was a good catch.
Oh, yeah. He was having a great World Baseball Classic, too. How can you not love that guy? So we got Arozarena, Acuna. I think Kyle Tucker goes for 30-30. I think Jose Ramirez goes 30-30. And we'll throw in Bobby Witt, too, since my man Brooks over here is saying 30-30, and that's a good one, too. So that's right there. What's that? 4 guys go 30-30 or go 30-30 this year?
All right. I like that one.
Spicy,
all right.
Spicy.
My next 2 are actually negative.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. It can be bold one way or the other.
All right. Currently on Yahoo, Lars Nootbaar's roster percentage is 83.
Wow.
Going into next season, that's going to be sub 60%. I think Lars Nootbaar is like, he's the darling this season. Everyone's like, oh, Lars Nootbaar. And it's going to like, he's the guy that's like, how to find this season's who broke out big last year. Like,
and I was trying to think of that too. There was a guy that like everyone was like in on.
Like Stephen Kwan. Kwan had like a meteoric rise like towards like the beginning of spring training. So the CBS Sportsline like column that says the next Stephen Kwan that we found like using the same analytics is Lars Nootbaar. And I understand he hits the ball hard sometimes. He also had a good World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
But it's just I don't see it. And I very well might be wrong. And I'm okay with it with being wrong. But I don't think Nootbaar is going to be a major league everyday player going into next season.
No, I like that a lot too. I think he's getting the helium a ton right now. I think a lot of it comes from the World Baseball Classic too, and also even coming in off of like a somewhat of a productive 2022. People are kind of jumping on that like, who's a late round flyer? And then the name gets passed around, and then everyone starts inflating his value. Exactly. I mean, you're talking about a guy last year. I mean, he only hit 228, so it's not like it's unprecedented too. Even back in 2021, small sample size, 56 game, hit 239. I just don't see it. There's rumors that he might be leading off for St. Louis. I don't think that happens either. So I do like that. I can't believe he's already. What did you say he was rostered right now? What percentage?
83.
Yeah, that's shocking to me.
Yeah.
Not again. Me. That's that helium that's just been getting pumped into him the last 2 weeks. Exactly. But I like it. I like the little turn. They'll twist it up, right? Everyone wants to go super positive with their bold predictions, and Nick's like, "No, this is a 2-way podcast. We're going negative."
Oh, yeah, bro.
This one's maybe not the spiciest of takes, but I'm gonna throw it out there anyways. I guess on the heels of World Baseball Classic, I say in his age 31 season, Mike Trout has a career high in home runs and hits 50+ home runs.
Wow.
Yep.
All right, Jason.
He hit 48 in his career high before. However, he looks to be fully healthy. Last year, 40 home runs in 119 games. He was a little bit hindered by injury last year. I think the back kind of, got him a little bit last year. But I think if you just 119 games, 40 home runs, if he can get up to 150 games, 50 home runs, I mean, he's there. I think people are also undervaluing the Angels. Everyone keeps making the butt of the joke that they have Ohtani, they got Trout, and they can't do anything. They can't make the playoffs. I think they made a little bit of some moves for that pitching staff. Not the giant ace. Exactly.
They had the Nick plan.
Exactly.
Of pitching.
Just take a bunch of guys that like a bunch of SP3s and 4s. Reed Detmer looks better than he has ever has. So I think the Angels could be one of those teams where it could be sneaky. And if you're getting meaningful baseball out of Trout in September, I could see him easily. You know how like last year we had that like push for Judge and Pujols. That last that I could feel like I see something like that. Not that 50 is meaningful for Trout, but I could see like one of those races, maybe a 40-40 race with Acuna that we're talking about. There's always some sort of race at the end of September that
it's always fun to watch.
Exactly. So I think at some point that's my bold take. Those Trout hits his career high at age 31, 50+ home runs. It may even only be 50, right? I mean, I'm not gonna say 50+. We'll go 50 or higher.
Okay. All right. So while you were talking, I changed my next bold prediction to a positive one because I didn't want to go back to back. The original bold prediction was Jacob deGrom will not lead the Rangers in wins.
Okay.
Instead, I'm just going with Nathan Eovaldi will lead the Rangers in wins. I think we see 15, 20 wins out of a healthy Nate Eovaldi. And I guess you could say it's Homer because he's been with the Red Sox.
I would say, yeah.
Years. But I love watching him pitch, and he's like just that power guy that like you give him the ball. He's kind of like a Lance Lynn other than the durability. But like you give him the ball and he's going to pitch no matter what, unless he's hurt. But that's one that I really believe in. And I think the Rangers are going to be good. I just think that Nathan Eovaldi is going to be the guy that puts his nuts on the table and says, I'm going to pitch for you tonight, every night.
I like it. I think you still should have went with the DeGrom. Yeah, it's a little bit sexy of a name, right? Get those people in the seats, they perk up their ears when you say Jacob deGrom. What's Nick's bold take on Jacob deGrom? What's actually a bold take on Nathan Eovaldi? So that's a poo-poo on you.
It's fine.
All right. This next one, everyone loves talking closers, right? I'm going to go out on a limb and say no one knows who's doing some of these bullpens, and I'm going to say Jose Alvarado leads the Phillies in saves in 2023.
Wow.
I think Sir Anthony Dominguez, obviously, he will start off the year as the closer. I feel like either injury or ineffectiveness pushes him to the back. I think Alvarado has been, especially in the preseason here, the WBC has shown that he is probably the better of those four pitchers that are in that possible situation. He's closed before for Tampa, so he has the experience. I think he has the better pitch mix, better stuff then. So I think at some point Anthony loses the job, or they start off as a full committee, and then Alvarado just kind of pushes himself up to the front and just takes that job as the sole job and leads the Phillies in saves.
All right. I like that one, Jason. That was good. I'm not a big closer guy, as you know. Pitching, fuck it. I have no other bold predictions, but I do have something else that I want to show everybody.
Oh, okay.
So if you
I have one more. I have at least one more. I can go. I got a couple more.
Okay.
Do you want to go?
While you speak,
yeah,
I'm gonna set up what I'm gonna do.
Love it.
Okay. So
my next one
here, but just not on.
Okay. I'll talk to you off in the distance. My next bold prediction, which isn't necessarily the boldest of predictions, but we're gonna roll with it. Framber Valdez not only leads the Houston Astros in wins, but he gets 20 wins. Justin Verlander is now gone off the staff. Framber Valdez slides in as the ace of the Houston Astros. He won 17 games last year. He got to that 200 inning pitch or innings pitch where most aces like to be. Gets a ton of ground balls. He led the league in ground ball rate in 2022. I think he could absolutely be a 20 win pitcher on arguably one of the best teams in baseball. So yeah, Framber Valdez as a 20-game winner in 2022.
All right, Jason. So this has nothing to do with baseball, but I recently found this trick. Do we all know what a fruit roll-up is?
Yes, I've seen this trend. Are you gonna do it live on air right now?
We're doing it live on air. All right.
Wait, what's your bold prediction is gonna happen? Is it gonna be delicious?
It's gonna be delicious. It's always delicious. All right. So we see this is very clearly a fruit roll-up.
Yep.
All right. Now we have a little rainbow sherbet.
Oh, I've only seen like vanilla.
Yeah, nope. When we are next level out here in Boston, baby. All right, we put it in. All right. Then you roll it up like a little joint. I have no idea.
Nice and tight.
Why this works. Okay. And now I need
everybody. You're supposed to freeze it.
Nope. Wait, what? I'm supposed to freeze it?
Yeah.
No.
You're supposed to put it in the freezer.
It freezes itself. It's currently frozen, Jason. If you are listening, I need you all to put your headphones like as high as you can. If you're a big ASMR guy, this is going to be it. All right.
Wait, let me turn my headphones up. Okay, I'm ready. Oh, it did kind of freeze itself. This is very reminiscent of the popsicle. Only the popsicle was like the middle of July, mid podcast. Now we're on to TikTok trends of Nick eating the fruit roll up ice cream trend. How bold? 10 out of 10. 10 being the boldest, 1 being the least bold.
Yo, but with the sherbet, that's where it's at.
That's that Boston mix up, right? Everyone does the vanilla. Boston, we're gonna zigzag and hit you with that sherbet.
But I did it. So my fiance bought these the other day, and she was like, "Oh, let's do this." I was like, "All right, whatever."
Yeah,
blew my mind.
Oh, so wait, spoiler alert! You've already done this?
Oh yeah, of course.
You just ruined the magic of podcasting.
Nah,
There's got to be like a spontaneous thing. Oh, my first time eating a fruit roll up wrapped around ice cream.
Nah, that was cool though.
All right, well, you got any more bold predictions, or is that it?
I can pull one out of the chamber. It's Anthony Volpe's going to win the AL Rookie of the Year.
Ooh, I like that one. That's spicy.
Bang.
Hit us with the does he make opening day or not?
Yeah, has to. At this point.
Right. He has not been reassigned.
We had Alvarez for the Mets get sent down today.
A lot of guys have been sent down so far.
Wait, did the Pirates send down, what's his name yet? Endy?
Oh, I didn't see anything yet. I honestly haven't kept up. Hold on.
Oh, also I found out that NFC or NCF, whatever the fuck it is, tells you your grade on your draft.
Yeah. What did you get? Or do you want to divulge that to the masses?
No, hold on. I need to go on I'm gonna check it. But
I can tell you what I got. I can tell you what I got from TGFBI.
Yeah.
I got a B-.
Oh, atta boy.
But I had so it gives you strengths and weaknesses like by category. And I had a feeling this was gonna happen, but I got really low. My weaknesses are like home runs and steals because I want super batting average heavy. So my strengths are obviously
a B or a B-.
B-.
And what's the projection league rank?
Oh, I think it was like 6th or 5th, something like that.
Mine's 8. I also got a B-. My weakness, walks. No, wait. Oh no, wins, dumbass. Wins, strikeouts, and whip.
Wait, you got are your weaknesses is wins or your strengths?
Weakness.
Strength, I was gonna say. So already we're seeing the formula not like the 0 pitching strategy on TGFBI.
And then for Nerf, it was worse. Nerf was a C, projected 13th. And then the same exact weaknesses. But you know what? Hey, I'm here to prove this model wrong.
Yes, Andy Rodriguez has been reassigned to camp.
There goes
my camp. So, yeah, I drafted him in Radslam, but that's a draft and hold, so it's not as bad.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still gonna hold him. I'm not picking up one of the other trash catchers. I might as well just.
Yeah, and I did draft Francisco Alvarez in like TGFBI and Radslam just because he was sent down. But I mean, we saw him play a decent amount of games last year, so he will definitely be back
by like June.
By May. I think he'll be back here in May. But yeah, so like okay, so we're back to your bold prediction. You're saying Volpe does make the opening of the roster and wins Rookie of the Year. I like it, spicy.
That's me. Do you have a rookie? Well, we're doing
yes
next week, so I'll my award.
Spoiler alert: Nick's now giving away his AL Rookie of the Year. But yeah, next week we're running through our preseason award show predictions. Yeah, we'll do
it's
like
on the eve of opening day.
Exactly. So what better time than have like a nice award show?
Yeah,
I might even bust out the tuxedo.
Yeah.
And we'll do MVP, Cy Young, Rookie of the Year of AL and NL. So we'll have our picks. We got to make sure. You know what? I might even have last year's predictions.
I do.
Okay, good. We'll look at those first. We'll revisit.
I have mine.
Yours. Okay. I think I have mine. So we'll revisit real quickly last year's and see if we hit on any of them.
I did. I was very.
Oh, another spoiler alert.
I had Sandy.
Or not spoiler alert. Hey, teaser. Save it for next week. You're giving away all the info.
Yeah.
Next week we'll revisit our 2022 preseason award predictions. Because I don't think we were supposed to do it at the end of last year, but I don't think we ever did. So we'll kind of loop it back in this year. Yeah. So
you kind of just left us high and dry.
I'm a little bit to blame for that too, as real life took over. But we're back in full force here for 2023. So
let's just keep blaming Dave.
Yeah, I mean he's not here, so what better time than to blame Dave for the on deck circle falling apart at the end of last year?
All right, Jason.
All right, Nick.
Time to go to bed.
Oh, come on.
I'm just kidding. In like 20 minutes, 8:30.
How do you? So living on the East Coast, you go so early. You're such a huge C fan. How do you even watch the games?
I don't watch the West Coast. So.
What about like even the East Coast games?
Well,
aren't they starting at 7:00 your time?
Games.
This is true.
But nah, I'll watch them. But like I'll watch them in bed. I wake up at 5 a.m. every day. So like my days are long.
So we're pulling the grandpa card. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. This is the quick one. I was going to ask you that quick question about the going to bed early like a grandpa.
That's me.
All right, Nick.
The grandpa.
So next week, change that nickname to Grandpa Nick.
All right, Jace. I'll see you next week.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Goodbye.